On today's episode, we are getting into the new release from the Bourbon Junkies. This is EverNorth Spirits Night Stalker 3 batch. Can't wait to try this one. I got my name up. Let's get into this.
Play the intro.
I got my name up. Lord, let's rip you some whiskey. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Now, we got one. It wasn't necessarily hunting this one, but it came available from a certain website online, and I was like, why not? What's crazy about this one, they do a lot of, I guess, Patreon releases. So if you're part of the Patreon, you can order from there and get it shipped to you. So every once in a while, a few of these do pop up at a few online spots or whatever. So this was one. So shout out to the Bourbon Junkies, Dan and Sean. This is a blend of MGP and Sagamore bourbon. So I'm really interested in what it tastes like. Spoiler alert, I went ahead and opened it up so it can air out. So yeah. So if you're with me so far, go ahead. Let's subscribe and keep this whole party going on. Really excited to get into this one. I opened it up yesterday, so it's had time to breathe. Overall, I like the bottle. The bottle design is pretty cool. The labeling is pretty cool. It's foil. It's foil. It's gold foil. You can feel it. I think overall, this is probably hands down one of the best independent bottles that I've had of this year so far. They're also pretty transparent on the label. This is a blend of a 6 and 8 year old MGP along with a blend of a 4 and 6 year old Sagamore. I didn't even know the Sagamore made bourbon. You learn something new every day. This is 118 proof, and this is Night Stalker Volume 3. So yeah, let's get into it. So already on the nose, the first note that pops out on me, there's this banana bread note. It's very pleasant. Followed by a very light cherry cola note. When I was sitting with it, it was a cherry note, but the more I sat with it, it was more of a cola cherry note that was buried in it, which was pretty cool. There is a light funk on it. It's almost like a toasted peanut note, which is pretty good. Back when I lived in New York, they had these carts that would be like in Soho and throughout the city, and they were like roast nuts. What I get very faint in the background. There's also honey is in there. There's a little malt in there, not too OD, but just enough. Also, there is like a faint leather tobacco note, but it's not as strong as the tobacco as in the Peerless Double Oak. Let's go for the taste. Whew. So the first thing I tell you right now that hits me on the palate, there's a spice note that just hits you first, like automatically. It's just like bow, spice. Followed by that cherry cola is very faint, but it's like in the same line right behind it. I'm also getting more of that malt in there, which is pretty cool. There's little hints of floralness that's also present in the glass. And then there's almost like an aftertaste of that tobacco / leather note. Like I said, it's pleasant. It's not overpowering as like a Peerless Double Oak, but I feel it balances out and it rounds it out really well. Now, I've had a lot of MGP in the past, not too much Sagamore bourbon that I know of. I'm assuming a lot of these new notes that I'm getting that I normally don't get in MGP or from the Sagamore blend, which is pretty interesting. Overall, I think the blend is actually pretty good. This is something, you know, I probably would have got two if I would have known I actually would enjoy this. This almost drinks like a fall daily sipper to me. It does have that, you know, Kentucky hug to it, even though I know, you know, it's from Indiana and Maryland, but it does have like that, you know, that bourbon hug to it. It has heat on it. It's 118. This is first pour of the day. It's not overbearing. It's not something that's gonna necessarily blow out your palate per se, but overall, this is pretty pleasant. Finish wise, I would say it's a medium long finish. Like the party starts and I feel around 12 o'clock, people are still there, but it's not like the party's gonna go to 4 o'clock in the morning, but it's pleasant because the people are there are pretty chill, pretty good vibes. So would I recommend this one? Yeah, I would recommend this one. If you are a fan of blends from different distilleries, I recommend this one. If you are a fan of anything that Barrel Craft Spirits release, or anything that Bardstown co-release, especially the older releases, or anything that Pursuit United release, you actually might like this. Shout out to Dan and Sean from Bourbon Junkies. I thoroughly enjoy it. So So yeah. So let me know in the comments if you tried anything from EverNorth Spirit or their older Virtue line. And also let me know if this is something on your radar. So yeah. So if you like this one, go ahead and give me a good old like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. And like we always say at this time, folks, cheers, salute, Sante, Kobe, and all that jazz.